Okay, everybody, hello. We're going to do lesson 2.5, Geometry 1 Math, if-then statements, part 1, part 2, part 3 available here, worksheets, tutoring, quizzes, tests, everything else. Email. Okay, 2.5, if-then statements and deductive reasoning. Staple classwork. If you're taking this online, make sure you send your classwork in as well. We got a 28-point here classwork skill sheet for 2.5, part 1. And then we have a 15-point notebook guide for this. Teachers, for today's bell work, sketch and label 4 angles. So 1 and 2 are acute verticals. Angle 3 is the right angle adjacent to angle 2, and angles 1 and 4 form a linear pair. So you got a good sketch here to do. And then down here, congruent segments, determine which segments in the coordinate plane are congruent. I give your students 6-7 minutes. This is a good bell work. Okay, welcome back for your solutions. Here's what you're describing here up here to do here. You have 2 intersecting lines, and then you have one other line that is perpendicular. That is a 4 angles is right angle. This would be your right angle right here. So angle 3 is a right angle adjacent to angle 2, which is here. And angles 1 and 4 form a linear pair. Here's your linear pair. And this will be adjacent to 2 here. Angle 3 and 2 will not form a linear pair, but they're adjacent to each other. And then to determine which segments, here is the breakdown on this. So we figure the absolute value for the lengths of these lines. And we have 2 lines here that are congruent, A, B, and C, D. And these 2 here are congruent. So there is your selection here. That takes some time to go through and patience to put those inside of absolute value brackets. Okay, an if-then statement has 2 parts. The if part contains the hypothesis, the then part contains the conclusion. Now this is an example of an if-then. If the team wins the semifinal, then the team will play in the championship. So that would be your conclusion. If the team wins, then we'll play in the championship. Students, in your own words, define if-then statement and hypotheses. And also as well, define conclusion in your own words. Okay, example 1, identify the hypotheses and conclusion. So, okay, if I pass the driving test, then I will get my driver's license. So, I pass the driving test is a hypothesis. If I pass the driving test, and then the what? I will get my driver's license will be the conclusion of this hypothesis here. If, then. So that would be the structure of that statement. Rewrite the statement as an if-then, then underline the hypotheses and circle the conclusion. We're going to do this in guided practice. Students, this is yours to do on your own. Okay, the guided practice here. All teachers at East High School have taught for at least 5 years. So in this case, if a teacher teaches at East High School, then we're going to put it into an then he or she has taught for at least 5 years. That is the idea here for this, and we're going to do this, rewrite the statement as an if-then, and underline the hypotheses, and circle the conclusion. An angle is obtuse if its measure is 170. If an angle's measure is 170, then it is obtuse. So here's your if, and then would be your conclusion to this hypothesis here. Okay, write if-then statements. Example 2, rewrite the statement as an if-then statement. This is page 6 of your classwork, students. Every game on my computer is fun to play. So if a game is on my computer, then it is fun to play. I will buy the CD if it costs less than $15. If the CD costs less than $15, then I will buy it. Our next set of problems here Rewrite the statement as an if-then. Rewrite the statement as an if-then. Students, this is yours. You're lucky. Oh, I did answer it. It must be your lucky day. If you miss the bus, then you'll be late for school. If two angles are adjacent, then they share a common side. That is the if-then statement for this statement here. If two angles are adjacent. Okay, I gave that one to you. That was part 1 of lesson 2.5. If you want part 2, part 3, email me there and I'll get those out to you. Thank you.